Morning, girls. How we doing? Back here again with Chantel. Probably not Salah, but definitely Julia. We are here. This was originally meant to be released on the 14th, early on in the morning for me, because I'm getting ready for my live stream tonight. However, people came to me and said, God, you need to see the live stream she did last night. It's so anti-Semitic. It is insane. And I had already recorded a bit of a spiel in regards to this. And I like to be honest with you guys. I like to come forward and tell you. I'm not like changing it so I can hide it. My original thought was I read through this thing, which I'm going to read to you now. This was a couple of days ago she posted this now. I think it's still up on her channel because she does seem proud of this one for some reason. You know why the opinions of certain people on this platform don't matter? Because it's ridiculous that I got raked through the coals for the whole coal, never meant to be racist as coal, is the opposite of gold. But anyway, incident. But now members of Gorlworld can openly change our religious names to Mary, Ham, and Salad when they know ham is haram for Muslims and many Muslims will be offended. Not just me. You're insulting an entire religion, but hey, you are the ones looking ignorant and Islamophobic. Goblin is a mythical creature, and the mention of anything anti-Semitic about the word doesn't even come up on Wikipedia, has nothing to do with religion. Oh, but since Ogress likes to make calendars with the same few pics of BBJ, rip, here's a picture of Julia and a Kefia. P.S. Kissy face, because I think she thinks she owns someone with that. Okay, firstly, it's quite funny that the BBJ calendar upset her in any way, because it's like, bro, just fucking get over it. Like, but the whole, like, rip thing, it's okay. A lot of people were confused by this, I did see that, but the thing is, the RIP thing, firstly, Foodie obviously just wants BBJ to be dead. She probably would still kill her if she had the chance. Secondly, that started coming out because of people who dislike FFG. They started saying that there's no proof that BBJ is alive, and they wanted her to show proof that BBJ was alive, and started becoming a running gag in, like, the anti-FFG or anti-hater community. I've seen it pop out every once in a while, so that's where it came from if you are confused by it. The whole argument about Goblin, mythical creature, nothing Islamophobic about it because it's not said on Wikipedia. Bro, literally no one gives a shit. Wikipedia is wrong about so many things. Like, if you have specialist interests, specialist hobbies, you will realize that Wikipedia is wrong about so many specialist interests because of the way they do references, okay? So just because it doesn't say it on the page doesn't mean it isn't, like, true. Like, everyone knows it because of the Harry Potter movies, at the very least, so it's a bit of a weird one. Now, she does mention the Charlie Cole thing again, and like I said, in my original take of this, I really wanted to come forward and say, okay, do I think she honestly meant Charlie Cole in a racist way? No, I probably don't think she did. I think she probably was just trying to say, well, coal is very little monetary value, gold is a high monetary value. That's what I think she probably was going to go for. Could you say there's like maybe a bias in her head, and that's why she thought of something black? Potentially, that's up to you guys to argue that. I personally just think that she is just, like, firstly, an idiot who just says things without thinking about them, and secondly, remember in the Q&A thing where people said, do you have that, like, I can't remember what it was called exactly, but it pretty much is saying that you don't respect authority. If someone tells you not to do something, you will just do it, and I've said before, those are really bad people. I think she's probably got that, because it's like, you aren't allowed to say cool. It's like, why not? It's like, well, because, she's black and it sounds like pretty racist when you do it. No, I'm just going to double down on it now. The second you tell her she can't do it, she's going to keep doing it. It's like the goblin thing. The goblin thing, I call people goblins. Everyone's heard me say goblin before. I call people goblins. Have I ever called a Jewish person goblin? No, but I call people goblins. I call Chantel a goblin. I called her a cookie goblin fairly recently when she's talking about cookies. So that is something where you say, oh, okay. Oh, whoops to dipsies, and then just insult her with something else. But the problem is Chantel doesn't really have anything else she can insult her with. So do I think when she first said goblin, she was trying to be anti-Semitic? No. Do I think she doubled down on it, and that could potentially now be seen as anti-Semitic because she just refused to listen? Yeah, pretty much. But like I said, my argument was just that I don't think specifically she does anything out of homophobia, transphobia, Islamophobia, anti-Semitism, racism. I don't think she does anything specifically for those reasons. I just think she's a hateful person who is, like, equally hating of, like, everyone that isn't an attractive man that might fuck her. I think that is just how she views the world, is, are you an attractive man who may fuck me? Or are you anyone else? Because if you're anyone else, you are just below me, and I will just destroy you constantly. It's kind of like with Natter. Like, Natter, the guy she apparently loved so much so that she shaved her head for him, cried repeatedly for a year and a half straight over him, went nuts over him. Like, the second anything went wrong between the two of them, she went really just totally off on him. So, the thing is now, I'm going to show the two mukbangs, because I'd already recorded them, so I'm going to show you them. They're not overly long, because there wasn't a lot for me to talk about.
Well, hello, guys. Hello.
Yeah.
Welcome back to another video. Alright. No.
I love that she tries it. Welcome back to another, and then immediately, facial expression just drops again. Miserable again. Jesus, it's so sad. Like, I'm sitting here all the time now going, like, what is the deal? Like, Salah doesn't live with her. Pretty fucking clear. Salah doesn't live with her. She has literally just taken over his gaming chair. I don't know why she needs to sit in a gaming chair, because it wouldn't help with her back at all, because gaming chairs are not very good at actually supporting you, so it wouldn't help with that. I don't know why she sits up here, like, with her little table on top of her dining table. It's just like so weird and so unnecessary. You never hear Salah. All the stories are like Salah's out at 3 a.m. in the middle of the night with his friends, and of course he's going to appear the second I text him. Oh, actually he's not. He's going to appear half an hour later, but I have to stop the stream before he gets home for some reason, and then come back on half an hour later, and suddenly the stream's working. So suspicious guy. It's all fucking nonsense. All her claims that he's out working more, and he's like, how is he out working more if you're constantly keeping him up till like 4 a.m. every single night, and then apparently then waking up at 5 a.m. It doesn't make any sense, especially when it went on, like her stream went on to like 7, and she's like, oh, he's still in bed next door. It's like, why the fuck's he in bed next door? Isn't he getting up for work? How the fuck does any of this make sense? So yeah, I just wonder what the end goal of this is, because she's not fooling anyone. No one believes that Salah lives there. No one. I don't even see her beezers thinking Salah's actually there anymore. So it's like, are you just doing this because you're so stubborn you don't want reaction channels to get a win and to laugh at you? Because you keep saying, me and Salah's relationship, it's even stronger than before. And it's like, weird, because it doesn't look like it, and you look miserable, and we all know that when you're live streaming all the time, it's because you're lonely, and when you're raging on Uni tab posts, it's because you're lonely and upset, and you're striking out at everyone else, because you're a bully, and you want to hurt people to make yourself feel better. So tell me once again about how you're actually doing so well right now, and it's even better than it was previously.
Oh, you already had your chicken and vegetables.
Sure, bro.
Alright, so I'm having sushi today.
Yep, I believe you. Jesus fucking Christ. He's so food aggressive.
2.
Ah.
3.
Yay. She's gonna lose a foot. 1, 2, 3. 3 toes down. So fucking bad.
Welcome back to another video.
Wow.
Wasabi, I won't be.
I love she sings it and instantly just looks like she wants to throw stuff out a window again. It's so fake. Why are you so fake? Why have you got fries tattooed on your wrist? Why are you so weird?
Doing that, I hate it.
Wow.
Oh, they gave me soy sauce, but I have a cup of light soy sauce.
I thought that was fucking coffee. I thought that was coffee. I was like, it's weird. I've never seen her have coffee with a meal. And coffee is nice with a meal. I was like, not expecting that to actually be soy sauce. That's a lot of soy sauce.
Which I don't like, so good. I bought it when I was trying to
what?
Be super healthy.
You bought soy sauce when you, the 450-pound woman who shouldn't be taking sodium, was trying to be healthy. Do you know what? Fucking pop off. Oh, Jesus Christ. What's going to be worse for her? What's going to get her first? The heart or the diabetes?
Anyway. I like the full salt one.
Do you?
Alright.
Haha. Instantly looks sad again. It's so blatant. Like, bro, that's why I said, does she think she's fooling anyone? Like, I'm winning, guys. I have a husband. Where's your fake lumberjack boyfriend? I'm happy. Like, you might as well just do that as your fucking introduction. It's so obvious. Oh my god.
I'm not trying to be healthy, but you know what I mean.
Sure, bro.
Okay, so this is my favorite sushi.
Fantastic. I remember. I think she did this specifically because people laughed at her. Because I was in one of the live streams, one of the last two, that people made talked about sushi, and she talked about how incredibly expensive sushi was there, and I bet she only got it because people started laughing at her that she couldn't afford sushi.
Don't use like nori seaweed.
Yep,
they use
mentioned.
Like a soy wrap.
Yep, you mentioned.
Probably not even totally sushi. Everything is fried and has hot sauce drizzled on, but you know. All right.
Why are you so bad at everything that you can't even set up? Surely if you set them up lengthways, it would show them all off better, because we don't really need to see the wee dip thing. You know, you could set them up lengthways and we'd be able to actually see it. We can't even see this bottom boy.
Okay, so let's set this up and let's get to business here. Let's talk some stuff.
What the fuck is that?
Smack. No, I'm kidding. I'm not talking smack.
You are, but you always do. She looks
I'm
miserable.
trying to be a nice human being, so
well,
I think a lot of you.
I don't think anyone's ever had to say, I'm trying to be a nice human being. I think like being nice is like a natural thing. I don't think people ever have to say, I'm trying to be nice because I'm pretending I care about, like, I don't know, Papistine, is that what it is? I don't actually know. I don't actually care. I'm pretending to know or care about anything like that. But I think that's what Papa the Rapistine. I think it's something like that. I'm just pretending I care about that because I'm pretending to be a good Muslim. Does that count? Does that count? I'm a good pious person, by the way. Right before I go into like 16 more essay-length rants on my community tab post.
You should try to do the same.
No, you should try to
Let's
do it
a
at
nice
all.
human being challenge. No,
Oh, she lost. I can't believe it. I actually was about to say why lost. She already lost. Oh my god. I didn't even have a chance to be a dick yet. I actually said that's a good challenge because me and her, we're both gonna fail that. I didn't even have a chance to breathe before she failed.
I don't want to be nice, right?
Oh
A lot of you are going to say that because it's cool.
No, you aren't nice. You just immediately fucking I can't believe it. She didn't even finish her sentence before she failed her own fucking challenge.
Maybe when you're 16.
Maybe when you're fucking miserable living in a tiny flat in Kuwait because your husband wants to shit on people's faces, maybe.
But when you're an adult or a grandma.
Yep.
There's some mean grandmas online, I'm telling you.
Yep, there are, I guess.
It's just...
She's so miserable. And it is like so passive-aggressively, condescendingly talking about how people aren't nice in the bitchiest, most like cowardly way possible. And it's like, Jesus, I can't believe we went that hard that fast.
It's cooler to be nice, okay?
Is it? Do you want to try it sometime?
I'm giving it to my cat by not giving.
I'm gonna laugh off screen and pretend my cat's here.
But she had her chicken and vegetables.
Sure,
all right,
bro.
so that's all done.
So is the cat there this time? Because I made the joke before that the cat wasn't there, and suddenly it appeared. I wonder if Salah has Julia the majority of the time nowadays, and she just gets her every once in a while to film the video. Wow.
And I have water to drink.
Sure,
So
sure, bro.
Bismillah. All right.
Sure.
This is crispy
Oh my God, she
crab
kinda...
and something else.
Fantastic. Why does your ring look so fake? That's all. I just let my eyes drift her, and the ring looks as fake as the fucking roses do. Yeah. I'm just gonna skip to the part about losing friends. 'Cause I just don't want to see her fucking slowly eat sushi. That's the first time she's actually smiled.
Right,
This entire...
shrimp.
Fantastic. Thanks, bro. Do you want to try swallowing first?
Cucumber and carrot.
Do you want to swallow your fucking food first, bro? Like, would you like to try that? You want to try to be a nice human being, like you said? Do you want to try swallowing your food at all? Jesus fucking Christ.
So I wanted to something was on my mind when I think of sushi.
Is it cholesterol?
It reminds me of the sushi place I used to go to
Yeah, we're just going to skip to you actually aren't telling a fake story.
with a really close friend of mine.
So, we're just doing a fake story here. Like, again, it's like, I remember I used to make fun of her because I always used to say, she would always do these mukbangs, and then she would, like, try and think up a story, because she's not very smart. We all know that. She's not very smart, she's not creative, she's not interesting. So she always tries to make them up nowadays as she goes, and it's always like, I had pasta, there's a pasta man who had pasta. And I remember, because he had pasta one time, and I was like, hey, pasta man, do you like pasta? And he's like, yes, I like pasta. It was a good story, wasn't it, guys? That's the kind of shit she does. And we seriously just had sushi! Oh, sushi, that makes me think of sushi. With a friend of mine, it's like, oh my God, you literally did my joke.
It was like,
Yep.
we would go there pretty often.
It's a fascinating story. Do you want to try swallowing your food first? I don't know, maybe? Can we try?
It's like an all-you-can-eat sushi place.
Okay. You probably did go there quite often. They probably heard her coming. It's like, oh God. Batter up, boy, she's coming. Holy actual fuck. The only time she looks at all happy is every time she has a bite. And she looks happy for all of 5 seconds, and then she looks miserable again. And it's like, that is like such, like, it's such a telling part of her entire existence. Apparently, though, the third tray. No, we don't talk about the third tray. Third tray, you can fuck off and stay down there.
So.
Sushi. Fucking hell. I've always made the point, because I just have mukbang because I like to sit down and have food with you guys and talk with you guys. And it's always like the clickbaity titles, so she can slowly eat and drag out all of her conversations for nearly 22 minutes so she can have 22 mid-roll ads in it. Oh my god.
Don't show people your fanny.
Are you telling that to your look immediately depressed again? Like, are you telling that to yourself there, kid?
She's mooning you guys.
Ha 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 ha. Ah, it's good. But something, I guess.
So anyway.
I had to rewind back to that. What?
Anyways.
I had to rewind back to that because it was so weird. Because I don't know what she was like angry or glaring at or what the fuck. But I had to rewind back because I was just kind of like just watching and I was being like, I'm just going to wait till she actually talks about something and not this fake story. Because she, seriously, at one point there, just started listing off every single piece of food that they had available, and it's like, I get it, bro. It's all you can eat. But then she has that weird bit where it's like just randomly glaring at like herself in the camera. Like it's so weird. She looks miserable.
So I used to go
What
with
the
this
fuck?
really close friend.
She looks like she's gonna cry. What the fuck? Does she suddenly go like, oh shit, Sal's not here?
Mine that I've known for a long time, and like people always ask me like, do you have friends?
Yeah. No. People don't ask you, do you have friends? People say, why don't you have any friends? Or, lol, you have no friends. They phrase it in one of two ways. I've never heard anyone say, do you guys have friends? It's like, obviously she doesn't.
And I realized that a lot of friends I used to hang out with before I had a YouTube, or
all zero of them?
I mean, at the beginning when I had a YouTube, I still hung around with them, but
No, you didn't.
my friends in Canada, I don't
Hey.
really talk to anymore. Maybe like one or two.
That's because you didn't have any and no one liked you. That's why no one talks to you.
On like WhatsApp.
Oh, and like WhatsApp? Oh, I was wondering what Facebook Messenger, maybe Instagram. I really wasn't sure. I'm so glad you confirmed WhatsApp for me. I also think this is only coming up because people were talking about the Salah thing, about Salah being out, and she was obviously like upset about it and raging about it, about how dare people like say that Salah's not allowed to have friends. I guess that was her point, even though everyone was laughing at her saying Salah clearly isn't there. He's out at 3 a.m. without you. Obviously, you know, you guys are not living together. She tried to spin into like, oh, you are saying he's not allowed friends and that married men aren't allowed to have friends or a life. And it's like, it's literally not even close to what anyone said about that, apart from you suspiciously. But, you know, okay, pop off, bro. So I'm assuming that's where this all came from, is because she realizes that she's really lonely. I'm so bored by this one. I really am. It's funny that I'm mortally obese and eating very slowly. Yeah. Imagine, maybe like you shouldn't be doing this. Maybe that is slow and awkward and weird.
Realize just how isolating being on YouTube can be. Like for me, in my case, being a YouTuber can be.
Not at all. Not at all. Like at all. She never like filmed her life. She barely ever left the house. It's not isolating. Like anything you choose to do, you're choosing to do. It's not because you're a YouTuber. Me starting this, and I do not consider myself a YouTuber, by the way, guys. But me like starting this channel has affected my social life zero. It's like not at all. Why would it affect your life in any way?
Around the time that a couple years ago.
Jesus Christ.
Around the time that I was going through like deep addiction.
Were you trying to go through like working out how to form a sentence? Fucking hell, it's so
And just,
slow.
like, being in an abusive relationship and everything.
Sure, bro. Well, maybe you shouldn't have abused Nader. That's all I have to say. It's always so cringe today when she's like, being in an abusive relationship. It's like, bro, you are such an abusive person. Can you stop? Nader is a piece of shit. Like I said, line him up against the wall. But it's so embarrassing that years later, when everyone knows what she did during the relationship and how she behaved, she is still trying to act the fucking victim, and it's like cringe as fuck, bro. But guys, how the fuck does that have anything to do with you being a YouTuber? When I was going through deep addiction and an abusive relationship, it's like, so literally nothing to do with YouTube at all?
I kind of started isolating like more and more, and I think just grew. It's not that I necessarily am not friends with them. Nothing happened.
Yeah, you don't have any friends. We all fully well with that. I'm sorry. How does this have anything to do with YouTube? Well, I got desperate for attention from a man, so I started chasing him around, spent all of the money that I got off YouTube, so I guess YouTube is technically to blame because she couldn't have actually ever got him if she didn't have the YouTube money. But I started chasing him around desperately, hoping to pay for his rent in case he might eventually love me. YouTube, you've ruined my life.
We didn't fall out. It's just that I just became so consumed with YouTube, and I think that for them, like, I think even one friend admitted to me, like, it was kind of awkward for them that, like...
They said, "Ooh, we don't actually exist, Chantal." Why are we going with both of the main girls, Amber and Foodie? We're doing weird role plays of them pretending to have friends. It's really weird. Okay, guys, we're just skipping all the way to the end because she never got past the fake story. Her entire summation of, like, I lost friends because of YouTube and all this kind of... literally nothing about it was about YouTube. Is that her life was apparently a cluster and she grew apart from her friends because she preferred telling people online about her problems and being online and talking to her beezers pretty much than talking to her friends about her issues, even though, like I said, no one actually believes she actually had any friends. And it's like, okay, so the entire summation of the story is you prefer to get attention from thousands of randos online and be given money by them during your freakouts than have friends in real life. That was it. It's nothing to do with YouTube. That's just a you problem, you know? It's like if my friends say, "Hey, Mr. Gorlworld, do you want to meet up? We'll go to a bar here this night." I'm like, "No, I can't, because I want to record me talking about a fat woman online." That's not YouTube ruining my life. That's me making bad choices in life. Okay. So yeah, really bad. She ate all the sushi, obviously, and then said, like, "I'm not even full." So she says, "I can eat as much sushi as I want. I don't even ever get full from sushi." Really, really poor. Like, it was one of those ones where I really felt like I didn't actually have anything to work with. And I don't like putting out boring content for you guys. So I guess we're going to go straight into the next one, and I'm really just hoping it's more fun. But the mukbangs are just her being depressed. And that's really the long and short of it. It's like I said, we can really tell from her live streams and everything that she is just depressed. She is lonely. She wants attention. Salah isn't there. They're not in the best relationship that's ever existed now. She is sad and she is coping. And her mukbangs, they previously were kind of cringe or stupid or whatever. This is just her mumbling about the life that she has lost in the most, like, she regrets everything she's ever done kind of way. I guess we're going to go on to the next one and pray to fucking Jeebus that it is more fun than this. So, one sec, guys. Okay, guys, we're on to the next one. This is 12-inch spicy Italian sub mukbang. This is the only 12-inch thing she's had in her mouth in a very long time. Oh my god, look at that. Is that a bucket? I know the perspective might have fucked it up, but look how big that is compared to the sandwich. Have you got a bucket of Coke? Look how big the ice tubes are. This must be like a weird perspective shot or something like that. It's like they're filming Lord of the Rings and Gandalf's going to loom in the background here in a second. Why does the Coke look so big? Oh my god. She also just looks like ridiculous. She's like extra ugly today, but that's because of the red lipstick. I always say, the red lipstick always just makes her look way worse, and the fucking whole denim look, terrible as well. God. I don't want to do this. The last one was so bad. Let's go.
Hey, hello. Welcome back to another move.
Hi.
Water here.
Do you believe me yet, guys? Guys, do you believe me yet? Do you believe me? Oh, yeah, she didn't say Bismillah last time either. You believe me yet? I'm healthy. Look at me. Fitness queen.
I broke cold water for you.
Wow.
Hey.
Water.
You're not getting it. I just fed this cat. Unbelievable.
Sure, bro.
You take after...
Yeah, why does she look... She looks like she's aged 40 years as well. Like, I'm not sure this is like an end-of-life consultation kind of meeting thing yet. You know, BBJ's gonna get her revenge on Chantal. But, like, she looks like she's aged, like, 20 years.
Me or something?
Look at her.
Alright, so, we have here...
She's even got, like, bags and all under her eyes now. Like, did you just cry, like, 10 minutes ago? What the fuck? It's so weird.
Substop, which is a local Kuwaiti company.
Sure.
Owned company.
Sounds like
Substop.
one. Sounds like one.
Basically the same as Subway, but not Subway. And
Yep.
I have a spare sandwich, and I have a 6-inch. This
bitch actually leaning into the meme of the backup sandwich. You know what? Fucking might as well. What are the crisps? I'm curious. What are the crisps? Because, like, I like a good crisp with a Subway, but usually you go for, like, Doritos.
can always go in the fridge if I don't want it.
Okay, bro,
and some cheesy
sure.
chips, and some diet
Oh my
soda.
god, it is so big.
Okay.
It is actually huge.
So here we go.
Some diet soda. There's probably more fucking soda there than there is bread.
Oh, Miriam bite.
Miriam, because I'm a different person. Do you believe me yet? I'm not Foodie Beauty anymore. I was trying to have a thing about the like the Foodie Beauty thing in general, where they get the rebranding. And obviously a lot of people saying it's because of the Mr. Snowflake documentary. And I was like, is it to do with the Mr. Snowflake documentary, though? Because, you still find her, if you search on Foodie Beauty, she obviously keeps the TikTok to Foodie Beauty, her cameos, Foodie Beauty, everything like that. So everything's Foodie Beauty apart from the everyday Mariam thing here. I wonder if it is just because, obviously she's trying to promote herself. I'm a new person. I'm so saying like all that kind of shit. But then the sudden deletion of all the other old videos where she claimed I'm doing it because it shows my hair. Even though she doesn't care about that, like she obviously doesn't care about the hair thing whatsoever because she's not actually like a Muslim. She's never even like opened the Quran. She let that slip in one of her live streams. I think it was the one where she was sitting there talking about like how not depressed she is, even though like she was just massively depressed. Where she goes like talks about her Ramadan plans. She goes, I want to learn the Quran. I mean, I would like to reread the Quran. And I was like, Jesus Christ, you're so fucking bad at it. And I wonder, is it just because she doesn't? Because she's like, like just trying to get people to watch her modern shit. No one likes her old content. Is she just getting rid of all of her previous stuff because reactors had started going back and doing retro reacts to her? Is that what it is? Like, people are going back, they're looking through her old videos, they're joking around about her old videos, they're not talking about the modern stuff because the modern stuff was so boring during the whole Bedbound era thing, during the video game Let's Plays, during these recent mukbangs, which no one cares about. People were going back, like I did with the 5-Day Water Fast, and people were talking about older videos of hers and like joking around about it. I was like, is she just getting rid of old stuff to try and force people to watch and talk about the new stuff? And it might be a conspiracy theory, but I don't know, it's what I'm thinking.
Olives, pickles, Southwest sauce, mayo, olive oil, and vinegar. I don't know what else.
That's gross. I was just at a point being like, I'm just going to skip this because I don't care what's in the sandwich. And then it just kept coming and coming. There's 4 different, there's like, well, I guess you're not going to call them 4 sauces, but there's 2 separate sauces and also vinegar and olive oil in it. It's like, Jesus Christ, it's like 4 fucking sauces in that.
Well, guys, we have a ghost in here. Or a jinn or whatever it is.
Or a jinn. Have I mentioned I'm a Muslim? It's like, yeah, Foodie, I get it. I get it. I believe it just as much as you do. I forgot, because I wasn't sure. I didn't even look at the thumbnail for this, what the fucking point of the story was. I was like, okay, what are we going to talk about today? And I was like, oh yeah, she has a ghost. I can't wait for another fake story. We're probably not going to really talk about any of this again, guys. Especially anytime she has crisps, because crisps are so easy for her to quickly bite, it is impossible to string together her sentences, because it just takes ages to sit there and just clip out individual sentences. So we might not even be watching any of this, guys, as well. I'm so sorry.
I don't know what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna walk around the house reciting the Quran.
But then you'd have to open it first and read it at some point. I think that actually might set you on fire. If you finally open the Quran. Just, have I mentioned, guys? I'm Muslim. Yeah, Foodie, you have. We're all starting to believe you because you said a jinn and the Quran. I believe you. Okay, yeah. There's nothing. There's nothing at all. Like I ended up skipping through so much of it because the ghost story happened, and you know why she's recently started playing a ghost game. Yeah, suddenly she has a ghost now because I guess ghost because the ghost game. I guess it was terrible. It really is just like I have nothing. My life is nothing. Yes, there's a ghost in my house because a door closed when I wasn't in the room with it. Ghosts. It's like, okay, Foodie, that's so interesting. And that was the story because even she got bored of it after a couple of minutes, and then she's like going, I saw a TV program about a prison, and then for 10 minutes straight, just very slowly talked about a prison whilst smiling and looking like a maniac whilst pretending she cares, because the entire reason she talked about it was to try and pretend that she cares about other people. She kept going, it makes me so sad, which is something I weirdly called out about Amber Lynn recently, that it's kind of like a psychotic, victim thing, where it's weirdly making everything about you and talking about how it affects you. But yeah, it's it makes me so sad that the people are treated like this. Someone needs to do something about that. Even though she's sitting there, smiling this the whole time because she doesn't actually give a fuck about it. The only time she ever seems happy is when she's, talking about people suffering. It's like I said, I remember talking about her air crash investigations, and she was talking about true crime, and she wanted to talk about true crime, and everyone made a point. She sits there and talks about true crime, and she sits there giggling and smiling. I genuinely think she likes people suffering. I'm at that point because, like, you know, when she like tries to like snap back at reaction channels, she can't like go for like something funny. She always has to be like, "Your children are whores. You're raised by a bitch like you." You know, shit like that because she's like mental and a terrible person. I genuinely think she just likes people suffering because she likes shows about people dying, true crime stuff. She likes prisons where everyone's being tortured and suffering, and you're just like, cool, bro. But like I said, she could have just at one point started screaming the N-word. I have no idea because I didn't watch about 50% of this video because it was so boring. It's like if I sit and go like, hey guys, I'm gonna sit here and talk to you guys about I watched a movie recently and there's a guy and he had like a hat on and he was like walking around with his hat on. And people talk to him about his hat, and his hat's kind of important. Remember the hat happens. That's important to the story. It's like if I just sat down and that's how I talk to you for an entire video without any visuals or anything like that. It is fucking boring. You're telling me about a TV program that you watched that you kind of think you kind of understood a wee bit. Jesus, I hated this so much. These two videos back to back. Christ. I guess it is time. Tomorrow is the day I'm posting up the first video of the Time Tato, I think it's just called the Time Tato, where it's me reacting to Amber Lynn like 7 years ago back during the Peck era. I think it might be time for me to start like going back and doing that retrospective I said about going back and kind of watching through her couple channel stuff because this shit is fucking dire. Morning, girls, how you doing? Now, gonna jump in here and quickly say, okay, this is the more Gorlworld hypocrisy thing. It came out about a day or so ago. I don't even remember at this point. Now, I had, like, I recorded a previous video that came out. It was about, like, her anti-Semitic rant and everything like that. But as you guys know, I got busy with a whole bunch of things. So I wasn't able to get it out. And I think everyone's kind of moved on past it because Gorlworld moves fast. And I think everyone's kind of bored of it right now. Everyone knows Chantal's a piece of shit. I'm going to address this very quickly because I really don't have any interest in like really going through it over and over and over again because it feels like it's going to be something that's never going to stop. And I find fucking reaction channel wars and all like to be unbearably cringe. Now, the one thing I just want to draw attention to this is that Chantal put this up as like a burn on FFG. The DC media girl said, I don't care that she called a goblin because you could call her much worse because I hate FFG. You know, the standard stuff like of reactors randomly hitting each other online. That kind of shit. And it's just like, but then she goes on and confirms that goblin is an anti-Semitic slur. I don't know what else I really need to say. Like Chantal's entire argument was, it isn't. It was the etymology, guys, came from long before that, even though it didn't. If you just only use Wikipedia as a source, and if you actually click like one page off, you find out that it is actually somewhat connected. But you know, whatever, Wikipedia, I guess. So yeah, it's just cringe. It is just cringe that her entire like, haha, I got you evidence was DC saying, yes, actually it is. However, FFG is just a piece of shit. And it's like, oh, okay, cool. I think the main argument was pretty much about if it was an anti-Semitic slur or not. That was like the main crux of the argument. It's fine if you think FFG's a piece of shit, but I think that was the argument. Like, Foodie weirdly just missed that entirely because, like, I have no idea. She showed it, and I was sitting there going, like, why are you showing this? This, like, argues against your stance. Like, how the fuck do you not notice that? But whatever. Apparently she's falling out with, like, Yomama and everyone like that. All her other friends are suddenly... It's like, that. What is it? Like, friendship ended with Mudahar. Ali is my best friend now. Was that what it was? Or something like that? Where it just fades out. Slow Mama fades away, and just DC media girls hanging out there now, because apparently they're besties now, I guess. I don't care. I don't care. I see that she has put up a video where she's apparently wandering around, being big old dummy in public, and she's eating a spicy chicken pizza, probably having the shits later on that night, and I'm so excited. That's why I'm in Gorlworld. I'm going to watch this stuff. I'm not going to talk about this stuff anymore because I find it so fucking boring, and everyone's already made up their mind, and I'm not here to change your minds because I'm not your dad, I'm not your teacher, I'm a fucking potato. Let's go, guys. Alrighty, girls, well, I was intending to just, I don't know, scrap what I'd filmed before, but I went back and I said, why not? I might as well put this together. There's been 3 videos. It's her walking around the thing one where she gets attacked by a camel. Someone told me during the live stream. Then there's spicy chicken one, and then there's another one. Now, over the weekend, I'm going to be a wee bit busy because, like I said on this live stream, this is when I do my Valentine's stuff. However, I want to try and get those out, so I might try and very quickly smash out tomorrow morning, get out at some point over the weekend. It's also going to be the Time Theater thing, and I think it's an Amber one that should be coming out as well, maybe at some point. Maybe, who knows? I don't know. But that's going to be it, guys. Have a good one. Take care of yourselves. Bye-bye.